The 3.5-inch high-density floppy disk. 1.44 megabytes of pure bliss stored right here on this little plastic thing that you see on your screen. There's nothing really floppy about it. See, it doesn't really flop. So where did the name come from? Well, the name came from this guy right here, which really is a floppy disk. This is a 5.25 floppy disk, and it actually is exactly that. It's flexible and it's floppy. So that's a 5.25. And before that, the granddaddy of that guy was this guy here. This is an 8-inch floppy disk, and takes us all the way back to the 1970s as far as when it was used. So, what would you do if you wanted to make something really innovative out of this? I mean, look at this thing. Only holds a megabyte of data. Nowadays, we can put a gig on a little card that size, or, well, of course, that one's only 256 meg, but here, in fact, is a memory card that has a gigabyte of data on it. And look how much smaller it is. So obviously small is in, but there was a time when small wasn't in, and these technologies weren't cheap, easy to get. So we had to do with what we had, and that was this guy, this 3.5-inch floppy. So a couple of really innovative products came out of that, one of which was a product from Sony known as the Digital Mavica. This camera here used floppies to store pictures. Really cheap and easy to get, right? Don't have to burn CDs, don't have to worry about having a really expensive media to store your images on. You can just use floppies. So this was a very, very nice camera at its time. This is, let's see, what model is this guy? This is a MVC FD90. FD probably meaning floppy disk, right? And it's a digital still camera that happens to take little MPEG videos as well. It has play, still, movie, has an LCD backlight that you can turn on and off. It's got a volume control for playback of your videos that you take with it. Little speaker right there. Power control here. We'll go ahead and turn it on. And this guy just also happens to have the ability to basically tell you how much time you have left on your battery. And you see that there at the top. And that's called the InfoLithium system, which was also very popular with Sony camcorders, handy cams. There's a video on my channel that talks about this camera specifically. You'll find it there. It's a how to make good videos video. But I also saw recently that somebody had taken a floppy disk, one of these, and figured out a way to stick an SD memory card on it. So on this side, it would be inserted into a floppy disk machine and essentially turning the floppy disk into a much higher storage medium, which I thought was kind of clever. However, Sony did the same thing. They had an optional adapter that you could get, and you could stick a memory stick inside of the cartridge, the floppy disk, and put it into a camera such as this one, and be able to have higher capacity in the same slot. So I'm sure that was very important. This up here also talks about the battery life and using an optional battery NP blah 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 and the flash off. You can get up to 1,600 shots and 2.5 hours of battery life. So this one stores 1.6 megapixels per picture and has a flash. It has a mechanical optical zoom lens here. Got a Sony 8X zoom lens. So, a very nice sturdy camera. Got your zoom control here and your shutter release here. And microphone, I guess, on the top there, or that may be another speaker. Not sure. That's probably the microphone for when you're making videos. So it's kind of a bulky thing. And earlier, I went out and took some pictures in my front yard. I was able to guess what? Five pictures on a floppy disk. That's right, 5 beautiful pictures. You can see it right there, 5 out of 5. So there you go. Pictures of some little crocuses growing in my front yard. And it's got a really innovative operating system on it, just like the video cameras, the handy cams of that time. Very robust operating system with lots of features that you control with this little joystick here, this menu stick kind of thing, controller deal. And you can go through and select the picture that you want, blow it up, look at it on the screen, and it loads up there. And I use the macro setting, which is this little flower button right there, to take the pictures as well. So it shows me up here I have 244 minutes worth of picture taking time left. And I can turn my LCD backlight off and on with the switch here. And I can go into still picture mode, and I can go into movie mode here. Now this particular camera, which I paid $4 for at a thrift store, has this error where it always says disk protect. It always thinks that this floppy disk is disk protected, write protected. To get the disk out, you have to push this little button here forward and then move it down. And you'll notice that there's these little notches here. This particular one is the one you would set if you wanted to lock the disk down so it couldn't be written upon. Okay? And I would imagine that the switch that tells the camera that that's either on or off is somewhat defective or faulty, because again, it continues to think that the disk is protected. Now for some reason, that time when I inserted it, it's happy about it. It's not saying that. So if I go back over here to my playback setting, you can see that it will let me access the disk without an error. So very strange. It takes MPEG movies, really low quality, maybe, I don't know, 5 frames per second video. I haven't actually tried it on here, but I have taken MPEG videos with Handycam camcorders in the past, the ones that record to memory stick, and they just were not that impressive. The still photos were much easier on the eye to look at. But I'm not even going to stop here as far as this technology goes with the floppy disk. We're going to take it one step further with this very innovative product that you may not know about. This is a Microsoft TV photo viewer, the easy way to view digital photos on your TV. And there it is right there, and it has a remote. So as a companion product, of course I don't know if Microsoft and Sony worked together on this. They probably didn't. But you can take photos, put them in this little floppy drive, and connect it directly to your TV. Now many of you, if you've been watching my videos for a while, have probably seen this guy on my channel, the iOmega Photo Show, which essentially does the same thing, except it takes photos off of zip disks and displays them on your television. So you may have seen that on my channel, but this guy had never been opened before. So you and I are about to open this box for the first time together and see what's inside. So I just broke the seal there just prior to starting this video. Let's open it up and see what's inside. So we've got a start here guide. Setting up the Microsoft TV photo viewer is easy. Just a few simple steps. We just follow these instructions. And looks like this viewer doesn't have audio output on it like the Photo Show does, even though the audio was just for sound effects that the machine would make. Got a little guide here to guide us through the setup and troubleshooting of issues. Let's see, we've got a video cable here. Very nice. Composite video cable. Register for great benefits. All right. I don't think I'll do that, but there it is. And let's see, we've got some batteries here for the remote. Install the software to make your own albums. That sounds great. So I'm going to pause the camera and get this thing out of here so we can see it. Okay, now that I figured out how this little flap here works, I can just kind of walk you through it. So we'll do the rest of the unboxing. So this just folds out like that. And inside this little pocket here on the side is, what do you know? A floppy disk. 2 of them, in fact. And the first one says TV Photo Viewer Quick Tour. Insert this disk into your TV photo viewer for a product overview. Well, we'll do that. That should be fun. What do you bet they put like a PowerPoint on there or something? So here's the unit itself. Nicely wrapped in this bubble wrap here. And what do we got here? We've got video out, video in, and power connectors there. Microsoft TV Photo Viewer with a part number, etc., etc. Ooh, very nice and shiny. Nice looking quality there. Got a power button, looks like back and forward, and an auto, as well as an eject button. And this looks kind of like Windows 95 colors here on the top. View photos on TV, take, make, view. Very exciting. I don't know about you, I can't wait to see this thing work. Got a remote control here. Power, auto, rotate, back, forward, and then hold to search. All right. Wonder if it's voice activated. Wonder if it's got like Siri or Cortana or, I don't know, maybe Alexa from Amazon on it. I don't know. I doubt it. And then in here we've got our power supply, which is a brick. This is a heavy little sucker. Let's see just how big the brick is. It's not awful. It is heavy though, and it even says Microsoft on it. What the heck? Doesn't say like, you know, China brand or something on it. All right, well, let me get this thing hooked up and we'll take a quick tour around it, and we'll find out, does the floppy disk made on the Sony Mavica play in this thing? Well, let's find out. We are about to view photos on our TV, but before we do that, I must explain something. This unit was released in 2001, and this little sticker on the top, when I peeled it off, probably because it's been sitting so long, the gum that was on the back of the sticker had become a permanent resident on the top of the unit here. So I took lighter fluid, went over it, turned into like a white milky mess. I cleaned all of that off, and then I took a magic eraser and ran over it with the rest of that. And it kind of looks a little cloudy and hazy, but you can't see the permanent footprint of that sticky gum that was on the back of the sticker. So again, 2001, and this is 2016 when I'm making this video. So 15 years ago, this thing was invented or introduced and has been sitting in its little box for that long. All right, so what we're going to do now is show you how this thing works. So first of all, we're going to do the TV Photo Viewer Quick Tour. And then we're going to look at this disc. Wait, maybe we're not, because there's no label on it. So I don't know what this is. This was the second floppy that came with it. And then this is the software for it, the TV Photo Viewer software, which we will not go over because it's probably boring anyway. So let's take a look at the screen first. And and this is the remote. This is the remote here as it's been removed from the packaging, sitting next here to my Venturer TV remote. So this is what you see when you first turn the unit on. It says Microsoft TV Photo Viewer, please insert a floppy disk and press the forward button. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put this disk in like this, and we are going to press the forward button. Alright, so now I'm going to grab my trusty remote, as you see here, and I'm going to hit the forward button. TV Photo Viewer gives you an easy way to share digital pictures. Create a digital photo album on a floppy disk, and then view the pictures on your TV. Okay, I think we've already seen that like a million times already. Use the remote control to view the pictures on your disk. Press Rotate to rotate a picture. Press Forward and Back to go at your own pace, or press and hold to search. Press Auto to display pictures as a slideshow. Press any button to stop. You can easily search for a particular picture on your disk. Hold down the forward or back button to search for a picture using the preview image in the corner of your TV screen. Release the button when you find the picture you want to view. Your digital photos will look great on your TV screen. Even panoramic shots, which are resized to fit your TV. Invite your friends and family over to see your latest vacation photos and bore them to death. Make flashcards for your kids. Well, what do you know? What an idea. Or use TV Photo Viewer as a screensaver for your TV. Aww. So how do you put your own pictures onto a floppy disk? Well, you download pictures from your digital camera onto your computer. Use the TV Photo Viewer software to create an album of pictures. Save your album to a floppy disk. Use the TV Photo Viewer software to arrange the pictures in your album. For best picture quality, we recommend albums with up to 20 pictures, but you can add as many as 40 pictures. Whoa! With the TV Photo Viewer software, you can crop your pictures, plus include captions and numbering. For advanced editing features, we've included Microsoft Picture It Express, or you can use another photo editing program, if you prefer. Now it's your turn. If you already have an album on a floppy disk, simply insert the disk and start viewing pictures on your TV. Or create your own floppy disks using the TV Photo Viewer computer software. For more information, please see the user's guide. And you can see that 2001 copyright down there at the bottom. All right, so it looks like to me that we're not going to be able to just take that floppy disk from our Mavica and put it in here. But I am, of course, going to try it anyway and just see what it does. It's probably going to tell us that this is not readable, right? So let's take that one out, put this guy in, and hit the start button. And we're loading. Something's happening. Something's happening. What is it? We can hear the noise coming from the floppy drive. Isn't this exciting? Kind of rhythmic, like a drum or something. Maybe because those images that are on there are super ultra high resolution, and this machine probably doesn't have a very, very high quality processor in it, or memory. There you go. TV Photo Viewer is unable to read any of the images on this disk. Please see the user's guide for troubleshooting information. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Microsoft, there's a reason that this product didn't sell. Anytime you have to take something off of a camera and turn it into a format to be read in a proprietary way by this unit, that is not going to be a big selling point for many people. So my question to you guys is, should I do it? Should I take my Sony Mavica pictures and put them into this software so that I can view them on this thing? All right. You talked me into it. I'll see how quickly I can get that done and get back to the camera to show you. All right? Well, as soon as I turned the camera off, I just realized something. I don't have a floppy disk reader anywhere. I just don't. I don't have a computer in the house that reads floppies, and I don't have one of these external floppy drives that I could attach to my computer or laptop. So we're sort of dead in the water on that idea. But in any case, maybe for another broadcast we can do such a thing. But hey, it was worth a try, right? So anyway, here are two beautiful incarnations of what you can do with a floppy disk drive and make a ton of money. With, again, the Microsoft TV photo viewer and the Sony Mavica floppy disk camera system. Thank you for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate all of your support. Please share this video with a friend and leave a comment below if you have a question or comment. I included the Mavica today because of a viewer requesting it. I mentioned it on one of my videos and they said, wow, that looks really cool. You should do a video on it. So that's what we've done today. Again, share, leave a comment, subscribe if you are not a subscriber. And again, check out that video. The video I mentioned earlier is actually made by Sony that I uploaded from an 8mm videotape. It's a demo that came with one of my video cameras that I reviewed. And right at the, well, it's like towards the end. So at the beginning of the video, it's going to talk about how to make great videos. But then as you get towards the end, they do a little cheesy talk about this Mavica. There's a dude on there that's just bizarre. You got to see it to believe it. Thanks again for watching.